This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this truck. It is a 2002 Ford F350 crew cab long bed. It's a 7.3 liter turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive and it's a Lariat, which means leather. It was a theft recovery purchased directly from an insurance company in Houston. Has 176,500 miles. And let's talk about it. Let's see. First of all, when we get them in here, once it got in here from Houston, we do about a 2-hour inspection, driving, measurements, etc. Put it in the air, take the wheels off, frame checks, the whole bit. And on this one, there wasn't a whole lot going on. We had to repair the driver's seat. It was torn up a little bit. Let's see, this is what our little reports look like right here. It got a battery. One of the two batteries was replaced. The rear shocks, I'm told that the front shocks soon are going to need replacing. They're a little bit squeaky, but not too bad, but the rears were replaced. Let's see. Driver door handle, obviously from the theft, they broke the driver door handle. And that's it. Other than that, I got a detail and clean bill of health. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to show you what's going on with this thing. It's got a really nice set of BFG all-terrain tires on it, all the way around. It came on it. You'll have pictures that you can look at of the vehicle before it left. There'll be 4 pictures before it left Houston, so you can know what it looked like, and it basically looked like this. Just it's a little cleaner now. There's a little touch-up line right here. You can see that or not. My brother will take somewhere between 50 and 70 HD pictures. There'll be a little magnifying glass that you can click on that will allow you to zoom in really tight on anything you see here. Anything in the pictures you can click on and pretty much be an eyeball distance from it. It's pretty cool. Please take advantage of that. There should be nothing cosmetically that will surprise you between this HD video and the HD pictures with the magnifying glass. There's no reason to not know what it looks like. The purpose of these videos and pictures is to get everyone really well informed on these vehicles that we sell, so that the right vehicle ends up in the right hands. This thing will get 1,000 hits a day. So we have the advantage over a brick and mortar in that we know it'll be seen by 1,000 people and that somebody will be able to deal with cosmetic issues like this. Obviously this bumper got pushed into that at some point in its life. Not a big deal, but some people think it's a big deal, and we don't want those people to buy this truck. We want the person who doesn't think it's a big deal to buy the truck. Those salesmen at brick and mortars, you know, they get one person a month to see this vehicle sitting on their property. They got to sell it to them. We don't have to sell it to you. We can advertise it exactly the way it is, tell you everything we know from a mechanical and a cosmetic standpoint, and let you make the decision. Somebody out here, Lariat 7.3s, 4x4s, are getting harder and harder for us to find. We have a couple right now, but this is probably the cleanest one, I think. Someday they're just going to be gone. So people know that and they're buying them. It looks like there's like clear coat peeling here. I don't know. There's no paintwork on top here, but it looks like maybe from this line, this body line down, at some point somebody sprayed clear coat on this and it's peeling. I think it's just from here down on this one panel right there. It's not much to talk about, but it's my job to make sure that you know what you're buying. I'm going to start this thing up. We're going to look under the hood. We're going to be looking for 176,484 miles. We're going to be looking for Ford stamps on both fenders and on the core support, which would indicate that nothing's been replaced due to crash damage. When they have the Ford stamps on them, that's a good thing. And you know that they're original parts. There's one there. New battery on this side. There's a Ford stamp right there. Stickers where they belong. I'm used to seeing everything where it belongs. We did not do that, but it looks like somebody's done a new alternator, and the belt was pretty new too. So I would say somebody just did that recently. We didn't, but it looks new. There's a Ford stamp there, and there's your Ford stamp right there. I don't know if you noticed the block heater coming out of the receiver edge. That's an expensive bumper. By the way, on these bumpers, when they put a custom front bumper on, it could affect the way the airbags work. Obviously, this is protecting the crush zones. So we always say that. We say it in our ads. We don't know what's going to happen with the airbags. If you want the airbags to work correctly, take that off and put a factory bumper back on it. Just assume they won't. Okay? Little protection for us legally. That's the way it came to us. But it's kind of obvious that that would be the case, but you never know. Someone might wreck it and they don't deploy, and then they'll bitch about it. So there's a little scratch right there on the bottom of the armrest there. Otherwise, it looks great. All right, here's your passenger front window. Work fine. Driver's seat, or passenger seat, I'm sorry, back, forward, whole seat down, whole seat up, rear seat cushion up and down, front seat cushion down and up. That works fine. Seat looks good. This seat looks really good. Let's see, the armrest looks good. Let's see. Nothing going on there. Huh. You even have a manual. There's your cigarette lighter, which I will put in. Got a manual. You've got a wheel lock key. Nice. You got the old Lariat mats. I'd say this guy took pretty good care of this truck. Obviously, you've got a toolbox there. It's empty. There's nothing in there. Nothing but space in there. All right. That's your rear window, driver rear window. It's clean. Yeah, this is not going to last long, people. Please make sure you get your deposit in on this one, especially. Once we have an agreed upon price, get your deposit in, because somebody will be right behind you to do it. If you don't get it done, somebody's going to get it from you. This is one of those trucks that there's the mirror out, in, up, down, out, in, up, down. All right, door locks. Yeah, this is one of those trucks where if you don't get it in quickly, it's going to be fast. We know exactly what this truck's going to sell for also. We've sold this exact truck 1,000,000 times. So, please be snappy. If you like this one, don't, if you need to talk to your wife or whatever, hurry up and get her. I have a feeling this one's going to be fast. See this piece right here? This is an insert. So this was torn right here. So this is a brand new piece. This whole piece right there. Other than that, it's the same. Factory. Let's make sure there's nothing underneath the bed. Alright, you got a tilt wheel. Let's tilt that. That looks fine. Alrighty then. I can tell you the air works good. Air works good. Nice education, huh? The air works well. Sorry. There's your overdrive off and on. Turn the air up a little bit here. The air is blowing ice cold. It feels great. It's still warm enough to know that here in Tucson. Let me move forward so I don't back into anything here. Alright. I'm going to put it in neutral. Then I'm going to put it in 4 low. to 4 low. I mean, sorry, 4 high. There's drive. There's reverse. That's 4 high. So 4 low and high work fine. Now we're going to go to 2-wheel drive high. And we're going to go to drive. All right. Let's see, what else we got here? Some evidence. 176,484. I see that somebody had it. Next service mileage, 176,916. It says. So it's 500 miles away from when it was supposed to get another oil change. So it's running on fresh oil also. Yeah, you can kind of tell. Just another thing to note is that this thing works. The overhead cluster computer works. They sell these little deals, these little screens for $29 on eBay, and they go out all the time. So he's probably replaced that recently for that to actually be working. I would imagine the guy who lost his truck is pretty bummed. All right, you come to Tucson to drive it home, you're going to pay tax and dock fees. Okay, you're going to pay $250 dock fee, and you're going to pay taxes, which are 2% city sales tax here in Tucson, plus whatever your state tax rate is. If your state tax rate is 3%, for instance, you're going to pay a total of 5%. That's year 3 plus R2, and a $250 dock fee. If you're an Arizona resident, our tax rate is 6.1%, so you're going to pay 8.1%. That's the state of 6.1 plus the city of 2, plus a $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship, no tax, no dock fees. You just deal with whatever fees, MBD fees, or taxes you have to pay there. This thing runs great. A little bit of a floaty steering, which is common in Fords. If you want to fix that, all you have to do is buy a steering rack and go to factory tires. It's also off-road tires. It's about as common as it gets. Fords are famous for that. So that's how you fix it. You buy a steering rack, they're about $350 an hour or so to put one in. That's a brand new one from Ford, by the way. And then if you really want it to be right, then you take the off-road tires out, put the granny tires on it, and you're good. Otherwise, you're going to have a little bit of play. This thing runs great. Let's see. So I told you about the deposit. The deposit's $500. Once you get it in, we'll put your name over in a banner over the truck at wheelkinetics.com, and you'll know it's yours. Till then, it's for sale. That's really important on this one. You're going to need to deposit it. Also, I say this about every vehicle we have on our property, online. This vehicle was given a certain number of miles and years for a warranty, and it's past that. Okay, so basically the Ford engineer said we don't know what's going to happen to it after X number of miles or years, and we don't know what's going to happen to it. So how in the heck can Wheel Kinetics know what's going to happen to it? We don't. We know it's a famous motor. We know these things are great. We know this one today, but tomorrow it could need an injector. So if you're risk averse, if you don't want any risk, you got to go buy a new version of this thing. And a new version of this thing is... I'm making a video. What a dingbat. That's what I have to deal with. Anyway, anyway, please recognize that there's risk, and if you want to buy a new one to be risk-free, it's going to be about 60 grand. Anyway, that's it. Nice truck. Really nice.